Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to another album ranking, and this one is a viewer's request, and it's for the Tubes. Now, the Tubes are not a band that they're a band that I sort of like, but I don't have any of their albums. I know some of their more popular songs. So this was like a bit of a rabbit hole. I'd never really listened to any of their deep cut stuff. So the Tubes formed in 1972 in San Francisco, featuring the members of two Phoenix bands that had moved to San Francisco in '69. One, the Beans, alternately billing themselves as Radar Men from Uranus, that included Bill Spooner, Rick Anderson, Vince Welnick and Bob McIntosh. I mean, their song She's a Beauty I know quite well. It's played on MTV and a lot. The band also performed in the film Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John. So yeah, I've sort of heard of them. So they've made 8 albums. Okay, at number 8 is the 7th album from 1985, and it was produced by Todd Rundgren, and it's called Love Bomb. It's Fee Waybill on lead vocals, Bill Spooner guitar, Roger Steen's guitar, Rick Anderson bass, Prairie Prince on drums, Vince Welnick on keyboards and vocals. Todd also plays a few bits. So the first track is called Piece by Piece. It's okay, but you can tell it's the producer. It's got Todd written all over it. Stella, not the best track in the world. The drum sounds naff. It's just very, very poppy. Come As You Are, god awful song, probably the worst song on the album. I just didn't like it. One Good Reason, very middle of the road. Nah, it's just, I don't know. Then we got Bora Bora 2000 Love Bomb. Oh dear, it's just not very good. It's very flat. Night People is very 80s, horrible cheesy keyboards, overproduced. Say Hey, very funky, again overproduced, not my cup of tea. Eyes, I just didn't like it. And Muscle Girls, it's just 1 minute and 12 seconds of my life I can't get back. The Theme from a Woolly Place, again it's just pointless, 45 seconds. New Song, it's okay. And then 35 seconds of Say Hey, did we really need this? No. Feel It, it's got a nice bass line I suppose, and another bit of Night People, which we didn't need at all. Honestly, I didn't like this album one little bit. There's nothing on here that I can actually praise it about. Only a bit of a good bass line on Feel It. So I'm going to give that a 0 out of 10 because I just didn't like it. Okay, at number 7, the 5th album from 1981, The Completion Backwards Principle. Bill Spooner on guitars and vocal, Michael Cotton on synthesizers, Fee Waybill on motivation. It's Roger Steen on guitar, Prairie Prince on drums, and Vince Welnick keyboards, and Rick Anderson bass. Talk to You Later. Now this isn't too bad. It's a little bit poppy, but it's got a little bit more to it. Sushi Girl, it's not too bad. It's got that horrible cheesy keyboard on it though, but it has got a good bass line. Amnesia, not a big fan of this. It just, I don't know. It's not pop. It's not rock. It's not punk. It's just there. Mr. Hate. Yeah, it's a bit of the old style Tubes there. That's all right. I don't mind that one. Attack a 50-Foot Woman has to be the worst track on the album. It's absolute garbage. Didn't like it at all. Think About Me, the best track on the album. It's got a nice little ring to it. It's one of the better tracks, as I said. A Pride and Matter, it's just not my cup of tea. It's so poppy. It sort of goes away from what they started out to be. Don't You Want to Wait Anymore? Nah, pretty poor track, a bit disjointed. Power Tools isn't too bad. It's got a decent guitar on it. Let's Make Some Noise. For a song that's called that, it's pretty twee, limp, got no body. No. It's got 1.5 decent tracks on here. So I should give that an RTO ranking of 1.5. Okay, number 6 from 1983, we've got Outside Inside. Rick Anderson bass, Michael Cotton synthesizer, Mingo Lewis percussion, Prairie Princes on the drums, Bill Spooner on guitars, Roger Steen guitars, Fee Waybill vocals, and Vince Welnick on the keyboards. First track, She's a Beauty. It's not too bad actually. It's got a nice hook to it. I didn't mind that one at all. Not again. No, not again. I don't mind this track. It's a decent pop song actually. it's really poppy, but it's got a nice beat to it. Out of Business, best track on this. The guitar work is pretty good, and it does really sort of rock a little bit. Then we get The Monkey Time, not a bad version of this. There's some nice funky guitar on it. I didn't mind that. Glass House, nice tune. It's got a hook. I don't mind that at all. What The Wild Women of Wonga, quite good. I love the bit in the middle, especially the deep voice in it. It really, yeah, quite like that. Tip of My Tongue. Now this reminds me of like the Phil Collins sound with the horns, and I quite like it. Fantastic Delusion is not the best track in the roll. A little bit limp. Doesn't do anything for me. Drums, not a very good track at all. It's a bit indecisive. I don't know what was going on. It's half an idea that they put down on track. Theme Park, so much cheesy 80s keyboard on it. And Outside Looking Inside, I'm not a big fan of that. It's a minute long. Now I'd say this is probably one of the better 80s albums. There's some decent tracks on here. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. Okay, number 5 from 1979. Remote Control. It was the first to be produced by Todd Rundgren. So it's Fee, Bill, Michael, Mingo, Prairie, Roger. We've got Ree Styles on vocals and Vince Welnick on the keyboards, Rick Anderson bass. Todd plays a little bit of keyboards, and the saxophone is done by Lenny Pickett. Turn On Me, not too bad. The production from Todd's pretty good on that. I don't mind that. TV Is King, my favourite track on this album. It's got, even though the cheesy keyboard at the beginning, it's a solid track. Got some nice guitar. Prime Time is very disco-y. It's lovely, beautifully produced by Todd. I'll give him that. It's got a nice little upbeat beat to that one. I Want It All Now. Great vocal on this. I don't know who sings it, but it's a really nice vocal. The keyboards sound good on that as well. No Way Out. Good track. I love the guitar work and the percussion on it. It really is good. Then we have Get Overture, which is an instrumental, very well produced. It's got some real quirky guitar bits and keyboard bits. It's a really nice instrumental. No Mercy, very funky number. I do like that saxophone solo on it though. It is pretty good. Only the Strong, the 5, not a big fan of it. just lacks something. Be Mine Tonight, got a nice little beat to it, quite upbeat, I don't mind that. Love Is a Mystery, I don't understand. A little bit limp for me. Give me the bucket. And then the last song, Teleside. It's got something to go. It's got some nice guitar bits in that. Pretty solid track. I don't mind this album. It's much better than some of the 80s stuff. So I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 4 is their 8th album from 1996, and it's called Genius of America, and it's the return to the studio since 1985. So it's Rick Anderson on bass, we've got Gary Camber on acoustic guitar and electric guitar, Richard Marx on acoustic guitar and piano, Jennifer McPhee on vocals, David Med on vocals, Prairie Prince on the drums, Roger Steen on guitars, Fee Waybill on vocals, and Anita Whitaker on vocals. Genius of America opens up this one. I quite like this. This is real old style tubes. It's really, really good. Then we have Arms of the Enemy. Great track. I love the drums on this from Prairie. Very good drum, and I love the bass line as well from I think it's Mr. Anderson, of course, Rick Anderson. Yep, great little track. Say What You Want. Really good. Nice guitar, nice singing on it. I don't mind that one. How Can I Live With You? How Can You Live With Yourself? Pretty cool. I love the vocals on that. Another really strong track. Big Brother Still Watching. Nice little rocky sort of track. I don't mind that one either. Then we've got After All You Said. I'm not a bigger fan of this, although it has got a good solo saxophone on it. Fish House. Got a nice little groove. One of the better songs on here as well. Fastest Gonna Line. It's a little bit flat in places, which is a shame because it's got lots of nice little tempos on that. I Never Saw It Coming. Second favourite track on here. The riffs are good. The drumming is fantastic. I really like the drumming on that. Who Names the Hurricanes? It's got a really good track. Nice guitar pieces on that. It's Too Late. This is a solid track. Another excellent guitar piece on that. Around the World. Not too bad. Quite a mellow track to end the album. I think this is a pretty decent album. It's got some really good tracks on it. You know, I hadn't made an album for a long time, and they've come back well. It's come back to more to their roots, I think. So I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 6.5. So we're going to get into the top 3, and these are... I did like these albums. I thought they were really good, them first 3 albums. The top 3 albums are pretty cool. So here we go. So at number 3 is the debut from 1975, and it's just called The Tubes. So it's Fee Waybill, Bill Spooner, Roger Steen, Michael Cotton, Vince Velnick and Rick Anderson, and Pierre Prince on drums. The first track is called Up From the Deep. I like this. It's quirky. The arrangement's good and some nice singing. Very, very good track. Halos. Brilliant drumming from Prince Prairie on this. Prairie Prince, sorry. Got his name the wrong way around. It's a nice little track. Space Baby, a nifty little guitar work on this. Excellent track. Then we have Malaguna Celerosa. It's got a real Spanish guitar feel to it. It's done quite well. It's an excellent track. Mondo Bondage. Love the guitars on this. It's a real good track. What Do You Want From Life? The piano work in this is quite delightful. In fact, all the keyboards and the guitar work on this is wonderful. It's a really solid tracks. Boy Crazy, not too bad. Got some nice tones on this. Then we have White Punks on Dope. Love the keyboards on this. It's quick, quirky. It's got a good guitar on it. It's a pretty solid track. So this is a really good album. It was a little bit different coming out of America. I think this is quite groundbreaking. I don't think the Americans were ready for this sort of music, but we was listening to it in the UK. So I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Okay, then coming in at number 2, we got the second album from 1976, Young and Rich, Fee, Bill, Roger, Rick, Vince, Michael and Prairie. So the first track, and Ree Styles is doing the funky vocals. Tube's World Tour, very funky, but a good tune. Excellent little track to start the album. Brighter Day, my favourite on this. The guitar and keyboard work is outstanding on that. Pimp, another good track. I love the real funky bass line from Rick Anderson. It really adds to that track. Stand Up and Shout. I love tracks like this. It reminds me of sort of Roy Wood sort of sound. Everything thrown at it, including the kitchen sink. Really good. Don't Touch Me There. Little, yeah. It's got a bit of the Wall of Sound Phil Spector feel on that. It's not too bad. Slipped My Disco. It reminds me again of that sort of early Talking Heads sound. You know, what was coming out of America at the time. I pretty think that's one of the best tracks on the album. Proud to Be American. Just a great little rock and roll number. I really like that. Poland Hole and Madam I'm Adam. I quite like this. It reminds me of the early B-52s as well. This really is a good track. Young and Rich is such a chill out track. The keyboards are soothing, there's some nice drumming. Great track to end the album. This is a really good album. It's got some chill out tracks, it's got some bizarre stuff, but it's a good all round album. So I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 7.3. Okay, but my number 1 album is their third album, and it is called Now. There's a bit here that's got to read it. It's fed up with a constant meddling from Bub Scooper and Don Wood under the direction of Bill Spooner, including remixing tracks. Anthony was not in the studio. Anthony was advised to leave the project by Jerry Moss. I like that. Go away. So playing on here, we have got Fee Waybill, Bill Spooner, Michael Cotton, Mingo Lewis on drums, Prairie Prince on drums, Roger Steen, Ree Styles and Vince Melnick, Rick Anderson. There's lots of other little people on here. So the first track is called Smoke, La Verve en Fumée. I love the vocal delivery on this. It's really strange, but it really adds to the track. Hit Parade has got some nice piano work on it. I love the congas on this. Excellent track. Strung Out of String on Strings. Favourite track on here. It's got an upbeat. There's some really good guitar on that. Golden Boy is next. Quite bluesy. Guitar work is fabulous. Great vocal delivery. My Head is my only house unless it rains. Not too bad. Probably the weaker track on the album. Good. God's Bird Change. I love the keyboard. It's a really unusual sound. Quirky delivery, and I love the percussion on that. I'm Just a Mess. Excellent vocal. Quirky guitar. Really got a bit of a groove, that is. Kathy's Clone. Love the bass line from Rick on that. Some nice saxophone on it. Shouldn't work, but it does. It's a little bit off from everything else. This Town. It's a bit all over the place, so it's not one of my favourite tracks. A Pound of Flesh. Quite a great riff. Some nice bass playing on that. You're No Fun. I love the middle bit when it changes tempo and the bongos come in and it goes absolutely bonkers. Absolutely brilliant. Great track to end the album. Now this album is pretty good. It's got some super tracks on it, and I think this is some of their best work. So I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, as I said at the start, I'm not a huge fan of this band, but they're my top 3 albums. I think that's probably some of their best work. If I see a greatest hits album, I'll probably go and buy it now. but that's as far as I think I need, really. But I've enjoyed doing this. It's always looking into bands that I've heard of but never listened to much of their stuff. Okay, coming up in retro ranking is a band that I do listen to a lot, and it is Jethro Tull, and we're doing one of them 1 from 20 whatever. This was a track off every album, so that's coming up next, so join me for that. Bye for now.